Okay, I'm gonna do me one more round of this potato juice mixed with the ginger and the ginger juice from the bottle. It's already, the heartburn has already moved, but I just want to make sure that I'm gonna try. You know, if I have to take another one after this, okay. I feel like my heartburn is probably stronger than the first time that I drink this potato juice for the heartburn. Yeah, but I'm about to get in one more go around. And I mix it up a little bit at a time just to make sure. I'm gonna add some more of the bottled ginger. Then I'm gonna strain it real quick and I'll be done. But one thing I can really say, I'm really liking this Cuisinart. I haven't used the other part of it, but and the measuring cup, the measurements on the cup, I really like also. Because sometimes the measurement of blending up different recipes is very important. So in this case, you don't have to worry about putting it in a whole different measurement container, which is great. Yeah, this heartburn was getting on my doggone nerves. And I was like, yeah, it's time to do this potato juice again. Like, it's done calmed down a little bit, but I can, like I said, that's why I said I'm going to go ahead and do another round since I put this ginger in here to balance out the taste of the potato juice. It just came to my mind. Oh yeah, try that ginger. You got plenty of fresh ginger. Then I bought the 4-pack of ginger beer from Aldi's yesterday, and it was $3.19 if I'm not mistaken. I think it was more than that when I bought it before. Yeah, that's right on time. Because like I said, the first time that I drank this, it lasted a long time. Now the second time I drank it, second or third, but I'm gonna say second for sure. It didn't last as long that time. But I can't remember if I only did one glass of it, or I think I did a small glass the first time. But regardless, that first time it lasted for a super long time. And I mean, I didn't have any kind of heartburn after the first time. And it seemed like it didn't take long for it to work either. That's why I said since the second or third time, but I'm going to say second for sure, that it seemed like it came back kind of quick and it didn't tackle it like I was used to it the first time. That's why I said I'm going to go ahead and do another quick round just to try to make sure. Because just like I said, when you got heartburn and it's not even, it can happen even when you're not eating or drinking any food. And to me, when it gets like that, that means it's coming pretty strong. Now, I would drink this on camera like I did the other one, but I don't think it's necessary, but I might. So I'm going to pause it from there just to decide if I'm going to drink it on camera. Okay, so I decided that I'm going to go ahead and drink the second round on camera too. Get this over with, because I got somewhere to get to. And when I say The main reason that I put the ginger juice from the ginger beer in here is to dilute the potato juice, because it can be kind of thick. Because as you can see, the foam at the top, it rises to the top. And like I said, I had the raw ginger. If I could only use the raw ginger, I would have been just fine. But the ginger, oh man, when I say the ginger makes such a difference. Because you really don't necessarily taste the potato juice except for you knowing what the potato juice tastes like. But if I had this potato juice in here by itself, oh my gosh, it would take me a minute to drink this. Now, I'm going to say this real quick also. On the first round, I could feel the heartburn up here. The reason why I decided that I could feel it moving. Then I felt it down in here. But something I just said, instead of waiting around till later on or till tomorrow to see how it goes, I said, I'm just going to make me another glass. Since I'm getting it where I can tolerate the taste with the ginger, I'm good. Because I think the first time I did it, the glass that goes to this set right here, it's probably like a juice glass, and it's probably like half the size of this. But even that size glass, it was hard for me to drink that potato juice. Now, about drinking this potato juice for heartburn, I've got a book that I got it from. And I only tapped into just reading like the first part of the book, and that was the first thing that I came across. But it's time for me to pull that book out and several other books so I can start getting back into reading up on some of the stuff that, because I come across some good books sometimes. In this book that I got this from, I think it was a Chinese doctor, and I really didn't even tap into the book. So just to know when you get sidetracked off stuff and just don't get back to it, but that book, just this potato juice for heartburn, and it worked. Like I said, I'ma say that the first time I drank this juice, it lasted for about a good year, and maybe even over a year, that I didn't have a problem with heartburn. But one thing I have found out is when you have heartburn and acid reflux, that means that your stomach acid is low. So I'll throw that in there too. And I know it's about time for me to tap in on those I'm not even going to try to attempt it. I got the bottle in there, but I came across information about the stomach acid being low, and that's what causes a lot of problems with your digestion, because that's when you have that low stomach acid, it might not, you might have issues with digesting your food real good. So it's time for me to tap back into those enzymes, because I probably took a couple maybe here and there, maybe in the last few months. I'm going to just go ahead and finish this up real quick before I start talking again. So anyway, real quick, with those enzymes, I tapped into finding out using the enzymes for the hydrochloric. I think it's hydrochloric pills. But like I said, I think I made a video on that, but it's probably good to update it. But so anyway, when I took those enzymes to deal with the stomach acid, it was a couple of things that happened to my system that I knew it was working. And I'm going to give you an example. At the time, and I'm tapping back into that too on eating beets, because the beets are real good for the blood. My grandmama used to always say, oh, eat plenty of beets because that builds your blood up. And come to find out, that is really true. I mean, I knew she knew what she was talking about, but it's just when you got somebody like that was always telling you something, and you come to find out that most of the stuff, the bulk of what they were saying, or just about anything they were saying, like you learn more things over time outside of the box that I'll say my grandmama was telling me. But everything that she was telling me was heavy hitters. Drink plenty of water. Keep your kidneys cleaned out. Stuff like that. You need to drink plenty of water so you can flush your kidneys out. Keep your kidneys flushed out. Things like that. So anyway, just like I said with the beets, she was talking about eat plenty of beets that build your blood. Because she used to feel my hands, and my hands would always be cold. Like right now, you can probably see the redness in my hands because I've been staying on top of, and I'm talking about it's been cold around here. At the time that this video is being made, this is when we're going across that, dealing with that cold front coming through, really coming across the whole nation. So anyway, the thing about it is my hands are warm, and I've been feeling so good and warm going outside. As long as I put on the right clothes, I don't feel freezing, because it don't have to even be near this cold for you to be, when your blood is not built up to the level that it needs to be. Oh, you will be freezing when it's just like 50 something degrees. Because I can tell you for a fact from my own situation, but my children, they'll be like, oh, it's cold. Like if I'm in the car driving and have the windows down to get some circulation, and it won't even be that cold outside, and they'll be the ones talking about, oh, mama, it's cold. And they're young adults. So I'm like, oh, y'all need to build y'all blood up. See, I be trying to stay, I know I'm getting into talking beyond the potato juice and the heartburn, but So anyway, the thing about it is, see, I try to stay on top of them because I was brought up with, my grandmama wasn't the one that was really on the vitamins, but I started out taking vitamins when I was younger on my own for the most part, just to try to, at the time, I didn't even know it was about building, well, kind of building your immune system up, but that's not how I was thinking. She might have talked about immune. Oh, you gotta make sure you got a strong immune system. Make sure your immune system is strong so you can fight off sickness and cold and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, the thing about it is, like I said, my kids will be quick to be like, oh, it's cold when it's not even cold outside. But I be trying to bring them over into taking them vitamins, because the vitamins that I've been taking in the last year, a little bit over a year, I got a decent amount of them. When I ordered them, I didn't just order one box of them, bottle of it. I ordered about 4 or 5, and then ended up getting a second round when I wasn't even ready for the second round, but it happened, and I'm kind of glad it did. So I had two rounds of, I think at the time I bought 4. So you know how they do when they give you the same exact amount. And each bottle had about, for that one I did 100. I think I did either 3 bottles of 100 and one of I think it was 60. And so when they sent me the second round, so you get the same amount. So I still have plenty. I just came across some the other day. So anyway, I've been trying to share them with my children. My daughter, she on her eating, like my grandmama said, oh, you ain't got to take all that extra stuff if you eat right, which is true. And I get that, but I don't eat right like that. Like now my appetite has gone up or whatnot. But at times my appetite ain't the best. And I try to keep onions and garlic for sure. And just like I stated with the juice, I have ginger, and I keep that in, try to use that too. And when you start, it's best to use stuff like that in your cooking on a regular basis, constant basis. So anyway, let me go ahead and roll on down here with the beets. Like I can feel a rush right now of heat. I can feel myself right now, and I can feel that I'm hot. And just like I said, you probably can see the redness in my hands. To me, that's a good sign. So anyway, she would always talk about building the blood with the beets. So at the time I was using beets in my diet, I probably was doing a smoothie with the beets. So when I was taking the enzymes, this might be TMI for some people, but I'm warning you. So when you use the restroom and on the output, your fluid output, you can see the color of the beets in your output. So when I came across the information about the enzymes, that's when for some reason the same person that was talking about the enzymes was talking about the beets. Like when you have them in your system and they come out in your output, they were saying that when you take the enzymes for the stomach acid, it's going to clear that up. So that was one of the signs that I knew. And they said if that's the case, if it clears up the color of your output and doesn't have the beets colored the maroonish red in your output, then you know it's working. So I'm talking about immediately when I took that enzyme, that's what happened. I was eating the beets, and it changed the whole color of my output going to the bathroom as far as the fluid part, and it was turning it was being regular yellow. And see, that's another thing that taking the enzymes changed. Instead of, my grandmama used to tell me too, oh, your urine is too dark. Oh, you need to drink more water. That's why I say she stayed on the heavy hitters. You ain't drinking enough water, because I didn't. She used to get on me about that. I've drank more water in the last few years than I've drank all my life, even when we used to drink at the water fountains in school. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there real quick about them enzymes and dealing with the stomach acid and dealing with your gut system. Because really, they say that's your second brain. And we heard that when I was in school, they kind of threw that, slightly threw that in there. So anyway, I'm going to try to cut it off at that right now. Like I said, I dove over into another category. But it'd be important for people to learn. So, no, it was connected. Because when I say that you have heartburn and acid reflux, because I've dealt with both of them. Now, I haven't really been having the acid reflux lately. But like I said, the last month or so, and just even in the last few days, that heartburn I'm talking about, it wasn't just a regular heartburn that I normally would have. I'm talking about it would be strong. You're like, oh my gosh, you just all of a sudden out of the blue, you'll have that. So, like I said, that is connected to dealing with what I was, drinking this potato juice. So, like I said, I thought, and I think a lot of people think, that when you have acid reflux and heartburn, that you have too much stomach acid. But when you come across the information about it, then you start realizing, oh, that means you don't have enough. It's the opposite. And see, my grandmama used to take Tums back in the day. Then she stopped taking the Tums because I didn't even see them the last few years. Then she started taking that doggone Pepto-Bismol. Well, when you start coming across the information about the stomach acid, those are the heavy hitters, including sodas. What else? The stuff that they give you thinking that, oh, you have heartburn and acid reflux. Those type of medications, whether they are over the counter or prescribed, I started finding out those mess with your stomach acid. And like I said, the sodas, dealing with the I can't brainstorm right now to think of. Just say the sodas. And let me see what else. and even the Tums. Um, I can't think of nothing else off the top of my head, but it's a decent little list of telling you what lowers your stomach acid. And I think honestly, that's one of my main issues that I've dealt with throughout my life. And of course, sometimes the older generation, they don't know every single thing because like I said, when it comes to that stomach acid level, you start talking to somebody about the stomach acid and they'll probably look at you like you crazy. So because you're not used to hearing conversation on stomach acid. Now the main thing that you might hear a conversation about, oh, well, anything you eat is going to be broken down by your stomach acid. So really, you don't. Sometimes people will say you don't have to worry about certain type of foods because it's going to get broken down in that stomach acid anyway. Because they say that stomach acid is just like regular acid that it can eat through stuff. So that's some strong stuff. But of course, God makes the stomach lining where it can handle all of that. All of that. So anyway, I think that's gonna be it. I think I'm gonna let it go at that. That was a little bit, like I said, crossed over in the other lane, but it's important because, like I said, I've noticed a difference, and that might be a sign. And I ain't gonna say might. Most likely, I gotta be in tune to realize, oh, you having all of this heartburn because you need to work on your stomach acid again. So, all right, I'm gonna let it be at that. Appreciate you tapping in, watching, and please comment, like, and subscribe and share. And I'll be back with other videos. All right.